You look at Joe, you could just tell he eats pussy with his retainer in. Get it nice and juicy for you.
Look at John's teeth. He doesn't know what a retainer is. John is a black man. If you liberally apply the terms black and man. John's so white, he says the hard R in NPR.
Just to go back there, a retainer to Joe is the fee it keeps to have him represent you in the case. All right. Anyways, I did actually, I toured in Europe and I took Joe along with me to open for me in Germany. It's true. Just so I could be like, hey guys, look, you missed one.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good time. I am Jewish. I'm the Banks. He's the Carlton. John was in the Marine Corps. Don't clap. He wasn't in combat. He's not a hero. He wanted to be in Black Ops, so there'd finally be something black about him.
Well, at least one of us could get in the military. The Israeli army actually rejected Joe because they're like, we think you're gonna ruin our reputation. It's actually, well, I will say Joe is not a Zionist Jew. He's more of a Zyrtec Jew. Hamas has never hurt him as much as pollen has.
Susan sucks, dude. Sean's only pro-Palestine because he's confused about what the watermelons stand for. John likes
Hey, it's delicious. It's delicious.
It's very good.
Likes watermelon.
Very good. Everyone likes it. Everyone likes Zyrtec. John likes to talk about the time he played gay chicken in the Marines. Semper Bi. Gay chicken is a game you play when you see who can be less straight. John lost to his gum line. John's so whitewashed, gay chicken is his favorite kind of chicken.
Thank you, Smooth Jazz Screech. Joe looks like the type of guy who lets his cat lick him in the mouth. Big pussy energy, that guy.
That's what the Zyrtec's for, dude. Allergic. Good one, Kendrick LaCroix.
Are you gonna sign me? Are you gonna sign me?
John seems like he drives by people listening to Drake and yells, "Pull your damn pants up!"
Now, Joe has an Asian girlfriend. Shocker, I know. But Joe prefers to date Asian women because when he takes his glasses off during sex, every pussy looks blurry. If you didn't get that joke, you're a good person and you shouldn't be here, all right?
John is often told he speaks so well. None of it's funny, but he does it well. John's got a voice for radio and a face to star in the movie Radio. That's good. Laugh more.
Joe looks like the type of guy who fucks to video game soundtracks. Hold on, baby, let me put on Tetris really quick. And when he comes early, it's just do 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 do.
Fallout 3 is where it's at, dude. John talks about how he has a small dick. John hits on girls by saying, "Hey, once you go black, I can't hit it from the back."
Last joke? All right, last joke. Joe is so Jewish, you know he has a yarmulke for his dick. And his pubes are those little rabbi curls. And he uses Yiddish in the bed like, "Oh, girl, you trying to get this schmeckle? Yeah, you want that schmeckle? I'm gonna schmutz all up in your schmundi." Yeah, actual Yiddish words.
Schmundi is your cousin's name. We actually just signed a ceasefire. We're going to war with your people next, dude. We're going to start bombing Patagonias. John's teeth are so fucked up, when he was born, his parents went to the government and said, "All right, now where's the 40 acres?
Give it up for them, everybody. Holy.
Holy hell!
Racism back in full force here in Old Town.
You watch yourself riding home in the yellow line tonight, Joe.
Oh my God. You guys really like the fuck Jews stuff, I've noticed.
There is too many Jews tonight.
This is a Jew-heavy night, I think.
I mean, listen, man, I'm trying to get on TV here. But, no, you look like a substitute teacher, and you look like the inner city student he's trying to change. That was funny, fuck you. But let's start off with Rebecca. What did you think of the battle here?
As a Jewish person myself, I must admit, the Yiddish dirty talk, it kind of did something for me. It wasn't, yeah, but,
Are you going up to a number 8?
Auditory processing disorder, so I just got the joke, and I find it really humorous. That was really funny. Joe, you look very similar to the guy who DJ'd my bat mitzvah. You look just like Joe Fingerhut. That's the guy who DJ'd my bat mitzvah. It's not a guy that you all would know. You look like a person in disguise as another person. Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty close one, but, Joe, you had these notes in front of you. It looked like you were reading us a racist bedtime story. So I gotta give it to John.
Okay, John, come on, folks, give it up for him. Goddamn veteran. What did you think, Jay?
This was a great battle. This is very close. I loved John. You look like you're. Joe. You look like you're working up the courage to ask to go to John's barbershop. That's a good.
They'll line you up, dude.
John, you look like you're the personal trainer who Joe hired to fuck his wife. That's fun. I like both of these. Here's the thing. It was really even. You guys are really going back and forth for a while. The retainer pussy joke. John, I love that. The Zyrtec Jew line. That was so fucking good. Joe, I think the tide started to turn for you because I think John had it ahead, but then you did the Kendrick LaCroix line, which fucking killed me because I know Kendrick could look at John and go, not like us. This... I think by the end, I would say the momentum swung just ever so slightly in Joe's favor, so I'm giving my vote to Joe.
Joe, 1 vote.
Woo. Hell yeah. Great work, dudes.
Words. Work on your words.
Brandon, just anything but the N-word. You can do it, buddy.
All right, I'm gonna focus.
He's not
I'm
inaugurating
gonna
yet.
say one word that is not the N-word. Can we all have complete silence for a minute?
Colored.
I can't do it. Here's what I will say. There's a black man and a Jewish man. And it brings joy to my heart that straight white men aren't involved right now. I love both of you guys.
We should hang out more, man.
There's 80 people judging this, so someone
there's-
can give him a ride home tonight.
I'll be honest, if anyone's cool, give me a ride. Look, man, am I not supposed to have fun tonight? I'm sorry, everybody. Legally, I have to pick the black guy.
Legally, John gets 2 votes. Keep it going for him. Keep it going for John. He gets 2 votes. Yes, I'm uncomfortable too. We'll move on. What did you think, Eve?
All right, this was very hard for me to keep track of who was John and who was Joe. It was just black versus Jew. I don't want to like boil it, like be reductive of your art, but I guess each of you was roasting the other for being Jewish or being black. I think that was the takeaway, and the only takeaway from any of your fucking jokes. Just one thing, that's it. You both had like really good zingers. Like, I mean, just the watermelon joke was so racist that I was like, that's a Jew. But then the Zyrtec shit, and then the retainer, and the saying schmeckle, you really got to my heart, because that's what we say. So I'm gonna give it to the black, to John. Very good job, both of you, great job.
Give it up for the black, everybody. I demand you give it up for the black.
Yes.
People keep saying I'm going to give it up for the black guy without knowing how black John is. So I don't know if they mean him or me.
Don't take that into the judging, please. Let's. What do you think, James?
Well, if you guys are here, who's being a mannequin at Old Navy? Am I right? Seriously, folks, you look like I thought you looked like a soul singer and the manager ripping them off. That's all I had. Genuinely, that would have been a very, very good roast battle if you had to have 3 jokes each. I think if you just had to do 3, wow. And then the last 4, I mean, it dropped off at the same time for me, so I don't know what to say. But I will say that I also think John.
Thank you.
I lost. No, I'm kidding. I thought you were both wonderful.
Thank you. It's great hearing that coming from the guy sitting next to the person who got shoplifting at the thrift store. Ooh.
That wasn't the story.
I take it back. I take it back. John did not win.
Yeah.
John lost.
Yeah. Are you allowed to be here tonight?
John lost all opportunities in towns where I can have any sway.
Yeah.
Joe is the clear winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe wins 2 votes now. Give it up for him.
Oh.
It's still up in the air. It's still up in the air. He's just drawing a picture of Hannah's ass, by the way. I can see it from here. Pat, what did you think?
I think that these guys look like the people HR hires to clean up the mess after Kiefer goes nuts at the Christmas party. You know what I mean? Just one guy of each. I didn't know that Jews and black people wore J. Crew. I had no idea until tonight. But it makes sense. The J is for Jewish and the Crew is for John and his family. That was a really good battle. Jokes were on point, but I thought Joe had the rebuttal, so I'm giving it to Joe.
Okay, it's a tie. You guys ready to get involved in this shit, huh? All right, man. I'm gonna point at one, and you make noise if you think they won the battle. You with me? That's not good enough, you pieces of shit. Are you fucking here now? Let's do it. Give it up if you think John won. Give it up if you think Joe won. The Jew wins. Give it up for Joe. Give it up for John, too.
The ceasefire is off.
The deal has been struck down cold. Get the fuck out of here, guys. Wow.
Winning your battle. It was a long one, though. You're on stage for a long time. How did you feel about the show?
Honestly, it was a good battle. It was a great show. It was very fun. Came down to the wire, which is exactly how you want it, dude. You don't want to you don't want to, especially you don't want to be crushed. You don't want to crush someone. You want to have it go toe to toe.
You want to put on a show.
You want to put on a show, and I feel like that's what we did. You know, that was it was a good time. I was a Jew. He was black.
That's how it goes.
I feel like we pointed that out time and time again.
I've never noticed that about either of you, which is funny.
Oh, buddy, you got a thing or two to learn about roasting. Let me tell you. But it was I don't know, it was fun. It was great. I don't know. Do you have any questions for me?
Honestly, I was out of the room for most of your battles, so I was hoping you'd lead the conversation. But Joe, I don't know. How's 2025 treating you?
Honestly, pretty good. I was hanging out. It's like a couple weeks in. I got an inflatable kayak.
We're doing big things.
Big things. Oh, no, wait. Fuck, that was last year. Never.
Joe, it's been great talking to you. We'll see you next year. John, you want to talk to us? John, you and Joe had the barn burner long roast. You've done the show a few times. What was different tonight for you?
What was different tonight for me was we answered the age-old question of who's had it worse, black people or Jews. And apparently the audience was against black people tonight.
As they often, unfortunately, are in a roast battle. I mean, I don't know how. What do you were talking earlier about how like some people excel at roast, some people don't. You've done it a few times. What do you think? Like, what is roasting to you in your like comedy career?
Roasting to me is more so I'm more of like a long form. Like I like to go into more like what does this mean? Like, but it's like for me, it's personally having to write backwards almost in a way, like get to the funniest part first and then tag and whatever. So it's very much like punchy, like quick, get out. Fucking TikTok, what it's done to our generation, and I'm glad it's getting banned.
It's all racism, tits, and no attention span. That's TikTok. Well, thanks for talking to us, John. We always love having you on the show.